It was just something that was in discussion. It was either a case of her moving to the UK or me moving here. And with regards to like documentations and things like that, it was just easier for me to come here. So that was literally it.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing. Everybody, let's give him a round of applause. So am I going to have another volunteer? Or am I going to have to choose another victim? Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Anybody want to share on a goal that they're working on? I think you want to share. What's your name? So stand up and let us know what your name is. It's okay. There's no right or wrong answer. You can't be good or bad.
My name is Tanisha. What else am I? Hi everyone.
So Tanisha, you're new to Miracle Arena, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what brought you here? How did you get to come here?
Well, a friend of mine brought me here, and yeah, I like the environment, so I decided to stay.
Awesome. We're happy to have you. So what is one goal that you are working towards in 2019? What's at the top of your list?
My business. I'm a hairstylist / nail tech.
Wow.
So, yes.
That's pretty awesome, you guys. Wow.
Yes.
Did anybody know that? Probably not.
No.
Awesome.
Yes. So I'm just trying to get my business going. Eventually, I'd like to get my shop. So that's my focus right now.
Awesome, and we're so happy to support you in that. Thank you so much. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to our Father.
Thank you. Take a seat. God bless you. All of you are looking amazing. Praise God. Have we eaten yet? No, some of them have eaten. Oh, yeah, of course, I know. What are you eating? What are you eating? Oh, okay. Because, I know why she says she has not eaten. I know what, you are from Namibia, right? Yeah. If you give salad to Namibian, it's not food. If you give rice to Namibian, it's not food. Unless you give meat. Do you have meat here? They have meat?
No, they don't have meat. Which meat? The meatballs?
Meatballs. What are you talking about? She wants something with a bone. You're talking about balls? She wants something with a bone. Don't do that. You don't confuse.
Where's Lauren?
Associate pastor is here. Let me talk about Namibian like that. Don't do that. Praise the Lord. So it's a good thing. I'm happy. Please, let's do this. Let's try and make sure that we let this thing stay. We're a little bit inconsistent. We are not consistent in what we do. So let it stay. So I'm even provoked that let this be a commitment of every week thing. Because by week, it doesn't help. So it should be week thing so that we can pour more in you. The devil is a liar. No weapon. Okay, so we're going to do this. I'm going to give you 4 vital reasons why it is important for a youth. 4 vital reasons how to start your life. 4 vital reasons how to start your life as a youth. What will I do if I was in your position? So write them down. What will you do if you are in this position? What are the things that I would have done? Are you there? Are you ready? Have we already shared the vision? Not yet? Somebody say, I'm in my prime time. Or come on, say it like you have it. I'm in my prime time. How many of us believe they are beautiful? Let me see your hands. I am beautiful. I'm beautiful. Let me see. You are beautiful. Let me see your hands. I am beautiful. Good. How many of us want to be convinced that they are beautiful? I want to be convinced I'm beautiful. That means everyone here automatically believe that they have something that makes them beautiful. Now, when we talk about beauty, what is beauty? Beauty is not the physical appearance. Beauty is the mind that you have concerning your life. It is not the way you look. You can have the most beautiful nose on the face of the earth and never feel beautiful, because having nose and hands, legs, body, and not having your life planned is not beauty. When we talk about beauty, we attribute beauty to God, the beauty of His holiness. And the reason why the beauty of God's holiness is not just God because, oh God, I love this. The beauty of His holiness. Watch this illustration. How many of us have seen God before? We've heard about how He is. We've heard about the work He does. But nobody have ever seen the face of God. Because the face of God is light. But when we talk about the beauty of God, what is the beauty of God? You. I can see you. And when I look at you, I'm looking at a perfect human being created on the face of the earth to till the land, to work the land out. So beauty is not a personality. Beauty is an achievement of a person with a sound mind. Your beauty is not what you put on. Your beauty is how you manage your daily life. Very important. So I'm not beautiful because I look good. I am fair. I'm black. I'm indigo. Or this weave on looks nice on me. Or my braids looks good. Or my nails are beautiful. I am beautiful in life because I am able to manifest my purpose. So God's beauty, we attribute to God's beauty based on what He has done. Let's look at what He has done. Psalm 8 verse 2. O Lord, our Lord, how majesty is your name in all the earth. For when I consider the works of your hands. So when we talk about beauty, beauty is about the works of your hands. Beauty is not your face. It's not your dress. It's the works of your hands. Psalm 8 is the works of your hands. He said the moon and the star, which you have set in place. The Son of Man that you visit. So beauty is what God has set for Himself. His glory, the moon, the star, and everything that you can see with your eyes. So now, we're going to make a word out of this. Beauty is the things that we see being made by our life, our plans. So 4 solid things that make life. Your plans in life, your first plans in life shouldn't be marriage. Marriage should be off the table, especially if you are a woman. Your thing is not marriage at all. Therefore, if it is not marriage, then you don't need relationship for now. It's last. There is something that makes a person weary in life. You become tired. It's to wait for something that is not coming now. 2 is to wait for something that you are not prepared for. So marriage is not it at all. Oh, I'm 30 something, I'm 40. It's not, that is not a big deal. Marriage is not it. What is the most important thing? Define your purpose. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Under the sun, there is a reason for everything and a purpose attached to them. A time to be born, a time to die. So your life on earth is connected to time. Your time is connected to season. Your season is connected to purpose. Kofi Danso, why am I born? That's the first question you have to write down. Why am I born? Me. Put your name, Kofi Danso. Why am I? Your name is not Kofi Danso. I mean, put your own name. Why am I born? That's number one. What is my purpose of living? Is somebody's destiny my destiny? What makes me unique to live a significant life? We're going to answer all the questions. Are you ready? Number one, you are born and created in the image of God. So, the guy doesn't make you. Neither the job makes you. The school doesn't make you. What makes you is know that I am created in the image of God. When somebody look at me, I'm the express image of God. Now, to become the express image of God, you have to also create the heavens and the earth. So you are a creator. So you have to create your heavens and your earth. Because you are a God. So I must not be seen to be loved. My works must be seen to be worshipped and to be loved. We don't see God to worship him. We look at the works. So, wow! He created the moon, the sea. Wow! The stars. So your works is what shows your life. That brings us back to Psalm 8. When I consider the works of your hands. So the first thing you have to understand is that we have academical knowledge. And we have creation knowledge. Academic knowledge is a book knowledge. Creation knowledge is the knowledge you manage yourself when you didn't go to school. You don't go and look into the manual to manage your life. When I happen to fly a plane and I'm in the air and I have mechanical fault, I can't make a call. I can radio the tower, but I can't make a call. There is a manual in the plane that I look at the manual and say, okay, if this one is not functioning well, you have to operate this manual operation. Give me access to the book on the plane. But then also, apart from the book, I must use my common sense. That where I am going, the fuel will not take me there. So common sense says when I look at the fuel, it will not go there. It's not in the book. The plane is not going to tell me. I must know that this lifestyle I have is not going to take me anywhere. The lifestyle of going to shopping, of spending money for my nails, spending money for my hair, it's not going to give me anything. So I have to use my creational knowledge, not my book knowledge. So my creational knowledge is to function like God. Number one thing that makes you function like God is you have to be creative. Be creative. Creativity is a sign of a child of God. Be creative. I must be creative in life. I'm creative in life. What do you use your creativity for? Use problems and obstacles to be miracles. It didn't stop me. It just elevated me. You put a stone in front of me. I jump on the stone. I lift my height. So some of the things we are going to solve right now, you and I are going to solve it, is the age problem. I have lost too much of time. So let's manage time, talk about time, fix time, and make time important. Number one, what did I lose in time? And what can I gain in this time? Time is very sensitive. Look, time is so sensitive that if you're not very careful, you will lose time. Let me tell you how horrible time is. Time is so sensitive. Oh, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to wait. I'll do it later. By later, you find out that you have too little time to accomplish what you had more time to do. So you have to rush to do it. And rushing to do it is crashing to finish it. So the first thing you want to eliminate from your life is procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow. 2 hours later. I'll do it tomorrow. 2 hours later. So if you can handle procrastination, you are going to find success in your life. What do you do with time? And what do time do with you? Because in time, There is something called system. Time builds system. System manifests purpose. Purpose falls in a season. There is nothing called opportunity. Opportunity is a preparation when advantage appears. So my time, I'm going to use my time carefully. I refuse to think about my past failures. Don't use your time to think about your past failures, your past challenges. Use your time to prepare for the present challenges and create solutions for situations ahead of you. Let me use my time wisely. Let's take it for example. I'm not good at school. And that is a true speaking. Me, classroom is a problem. That is the reason why I didn't finish my pilot intern. I can't sit in front of a board. When I look at a board like that, then something tells me you can't finish, you can't finish, then the thing is fighting me. So school, me and school, we are not that close. But I need to learn also because I cannot be a professional pilot without learning. Of course, right now, who will join me in the plane? Unless people who have prepared themselves that they want to go to heaven, then they can join me. At least they are giving their life to Christ. Then we can all go together. So at this moment, what is needed right now is for me to go into the school and finish. But alongside the school, what can I do? I am good in speaking. So I'll write books. So, I take a subject and I begin to develop a subject, create a structure, and build a structure of the subject. And then before you build a subject, you have to have a topic. If you get the topic, then you have to have a script. If you finish the script, then you have to have a whole document to process into proofreading and into lining and into outlining before you can have a book. So my challenge is the school, but I wouldn't allow my challenge in the school to become my discomfort of success in life. So one thing I'm not good, but I'm good at the other thing. So I will invest my time in what I'm good at doing. That makes me successful. So even though the hobby is the school, I'm not yet done in the school, but yet I'm able to produce life. This brings us into a place of perfection, profession, profession, and occupation. Perfection, profession, occupation, and act. Add this to it. Production. The first one is perfection. Perfection is when you go to school and you are able to accumulate wisdom and are smart. You do your things where you are in perfection. When you finish your perfection, then you gain profession. Your profession is what you do, and your profession is what is going to pay you. But then, in course of the profession, you have to understand that you have to be producing. You have it in you. Deliver it. So to deliver it, you have to know the 4 stages of delivering what you want. You have to get materials. That is, you have to study what you need at this very time. Then you have to think about the process, how long it's going to take. When you have the process, then you have the products. When you have the product, then you can market it. So from the time of the material processing and the product and the marketing, it's very important that you understand that this process is going to take some time. So you always have to have a backup plan. In case this doesn't work right away, there is something I can do to survive. That is when you enter into investment. Please, do not let us think like mama and daddy. Because their mind is to go and look for a white man's job and do the job and be a worker for somebody for a long time, be in a long mortgage for a long time. You and I want to work for ourselves. We want to develop our life. And on this planet, there are a lot of things on this planet that we can do. That we don't need to work for somebody to be successful. We can work for ourselves to be successful. Therefore, eliminate time you spend with people. In my process, I will eliminate every time I spend with people. Waste no time on people who don't believe in you. Never go for people who don't believe in you for their opinion. Give them advantage to criticize you. Their critics is what makes you perfect. Allow your enemies to call you by name. You will surely become greater than what they call you. She thinks she is all that. What they are trying to tell you that you can be all that. So you allow all these things and don't see those things as a problem. In ministry, somebody can say one thing about you that you can be locked in a room and never preach again. So you have to see all the negative things around you as positive things. Nobody will waste time and talk about somebody who is not making an impact. You cannot be on top and not be a topic. So when you are on top, you become people's topic. Allow yourself to be on top. Don't come down. Hey, I heard that you said this. Don't go down. Stay on top. Be a topic. Whenever you leave the top, you become a subject. So be a topic. Now, please, the process I've given to you is very important. Work on that process. So you have to be creative. 2, you have to be skillful. Develop skills in your life. Develop skills. The Lord said to Moses, he said, Moses, I know you are skillful. I know you are very skillful. So build me an ark. Be skillful. How many of us believe they have talent? You have talent. Are you sure? So when I ask you what your talent is, you will know. How many of us believe we have talent? How many of us believe that, Papa, I'm not sure what my talent is? When we say somebody is talented, it is somebody who does things organically, naturally. You have it. It is something simple. I mean, when you give a camera to the person, he will video, he can dismantle camera and put them back. If it's a drum, they are talented on that. Everything, they do it naturally. So let me ask a question again. How many of us believe they are talented? Let me see your hands. You are talented. Good. Sean, what are you talented at? Okay. Okay. My daughter, what are you talented at? What?
Hair and nails.
Hair and nails. Talented at it. Great. Did you say you are talented at something? Tell me what.
I'm a people person, so I'm able to empathize with people, and a lot of my work experience is in customer service because I'm really good with people.
Talented when it comes to relationship, customer service. My daughter, what are you talented at?
I'm not sure yet.
You're not sure yet. Good. We will find it. Okay, who else? Who else is talented? At the back. Who else? What are you talented at?
The drums.
Drums. Great. Who else? What are you talented at?
Naturally, because of my mother, she can do hair. All of us can do hair. Even though I don't like doing it, I know how to make a wig. I know how to style other people's hair. And also, naturally, I'm a writer. So if I have a topic, I can write whatever I need to, like essay, whatever it is.
Talented. Who else?
Yes, with graphics, artwork, T-shirts, whatever in graphics.
Good. Now, who is not sure? You can do something, but you're not sure if that is part of the talent. Yes, my dear.
Well, it's something that I actually started working on right now, where I actually do advertisement for like social medias for like my friends' projects. So I'm trying to discover myself in that.
Mm-hmm. Great. What about you?
With makeup. So I'm trying to be more good with makeup and everything, but I'm not sure that.
Okay. Everyone sitting here is talented at something. And your talent may be positive or negative. We have 4 things that define a talent of a person. The first one we look at is in maths, we have plus. Some people, when they come in your life, they bring addition. You give them your nails, they will add beauty to your nails. Give them your head, they will add beauty to your face. Their addition. Then we have the next people who are the multiplication type of people. They don't just add, but they multiply. When they touch your nails and they are doing your nails, by the time they finish your nails, you have multi-plans, multi-places to go. There are some people, when they finish your nails, it is, oh, beautiful. That is all. Addition. They added something, but they didn't give you multiple choices and purposes in life. So they multiply. Then there are another people who are the deduction type of people. They finish your nails, you will feel bad. They've changed your whole mood. They've made you horrible. When they make your face, you don't know whether you should live among people or you should live in the zoo. I don't know where you want to live. It is addition. Then there are some people, when they finish your nails, they are the divided type of people. When they finish your nails and look at your nails like that, you are very confused. Whether you should still go out, you should still remove it, you should still go and sleep, or you should take it as if you didn't do your nail at all. They have divided your mind. All these people are part of life. Then you have to also understand that your talent may not be a talent of a thing that physically speaks loud or reveal, but it is actually to back people. There are people, they are talented. As for them, they don't do the front facing. They are always behind. Like what my daughter said, social media advertisement, it is a talent. Naturally, by divine inspiration, she can sit there and check where you can reach and go far. They are called the advancement type of people who comes into the life of people that give them the grace and opportunity to reach people they cannot reach. My son here can do flyers amazingly, and they are the back people who stay behind and yet create a space for people. So you must know your talent. Now, if you are not sure of your talent, it's because you have not put in time and focus on that talent. Because everybody is gifted some way. You are blessed some way. Now, please, those of us who have come to a place that they think they are stuck, there is nothing like being stuck in life. The only thing you can call that is that you have not discovered what you have to do at this present stage. That's what we want to define, how to do that in this stage. I have been in ministry some years, over 20 years now. And in ministry, I want you to know that the challenges in ministry is more than the challenges we see in any other platform. To be a pastor is not a small thing. To be a pastor is a heavy job. You need to love God. God must be in you before you can pastor. Because pastoring, the moment a person is a pastor, people have different picture. Right now, if I say I want to do business, a pastor want to do business? So I'm taking from the equation of men. I'm not expected to do business. I'm not expected to dress well. Even to put on jeans. I should have come here with Kimpri. You know Kimpri? Long maternity. Then I have a rope. Then I tie the rope. Then I look like Sister Kofi Danso. You know, people have questions on what you do with your life, where your children go to school. As a pastor, your children shouldn't go to good school or a private school. As a pastor, your wife should look some way. And as a pastor, when somebody even trouble you, you shouldn't trouble them. People expect that as a pastor, when somebody slap you, give the other cheek for the person to slap it again. You know? So being a pastor is a lot of challenge. And the most painful part of this is the ungrateful side of this. You stand with people who are sick, and when you get sick, they ask you, why are you sick? You shouldn't get sick at all because you have a celestial body. So you have all these kind of challenges as a pastor. How did I overcome the obstacles and the challenges in my life. I develop a mindset. The mindset is that if you don't like me, your words can enter into my ears but doesn't get into my heart. Because whatever enter into your heart become a burden. Our spiritual head is our heart. Anything on your head, you carry it. Anything on your heart, you carry it on your spiritual head. And anything that falls on your head limits you from going up. So I agreed on myself that I will not allow anything that hurts me to enter into my heart. Because your heart is your strength. Your heart is your power. Your heart is your ability to function. If you want to live a successful life, one of the things you have to learn to do is that stop taking hurtful things into your heart. Number 2, learn how to forgive people and forget issues. I surround myself with people who can correct me, but in a respectful way. Never allow yourself for people to correct you in disrespectful way. Correct me with respect. I keep old friends in my life for the purposes of keeping track what I used to do and what I must do to bring me to where I need to be. These are keys that brings you to success. That is the physical side. The next one is that I do more research and I spend time to research how my life can be better. Take care of your own life. Everything you are doing, take care of your own life. Because your life is very important. Without you, there is no happening. Don't live a death insurance life. And a death insurance is only valid when you are dead and others enjoy it. Live a policy that at least whatever you do in life, you benefit 70%, if not 50%. Don't live for others. Live with others. It will change your life. You will not be hurt. You will not be disappointed. You will not be bitter. If you happen to marry, make sure that you and your husband, they are doing 50-50 happiness. It shouldn't be only your husband's happiness. It should be all happiness, all round. The more you sacrifice into people's life and they leave you, the more hurtful you are. And it can lead into bitterness. So learn how to be happy. All of you be happy. Let's all be happy together. And then I also have built something around me. Pressure. Pressure is one of the things you should deal with as a young adult. Pressure. One of the biggest enemy I hate is pressure. When I am ministering and they show me time, doesn't matter where I am, the anointing will cut. Pressure. I don't like pressure at all. I don't like all form of pressure. Argument pressure. I don't want expectation pressure. So don't expect anything from me because I don't expect anything from you. Let me feel free and deliver what I can deliver. If I cannot, I will not kill myself. Please, don't let you are getting old lead you into marriage. Because that pressure, anytime you enter into anything, whether business, industry, whether marriage arena, or anything you enter in with pressure, you don't have pleasure. And your pressure makes you a slave. Pressure is living to the expectation of some people's standard. I can't do it, but because she wants it, I must do it. Never live your life in pressure. My dear, we are 3 girls. We want to become nurse. And look at the subject. It will not help me. You are my friend. You are my friend. You are my sister. You are my sister. You want to become a lawyer? I cannot. Me, I will not become a lawyer. I will not follow you to become a lawyer. I check my life and I look at what I can become. I will become a professional hair stylish. If you say hairdresser is low, do it stylish. That's when you add more profession to it. That one will take me 3 months. I will become. It will take you 5 years to become a lawyer. Of course, when you finish your law thing, you get money. By the time you finish, I'm not under pressure. I'm not in competition with you. I just want to do what I'm good at doing. Never live under pressure. He's in a relationship and I enter into a relationship under pressure. You are going to die. Never live under pressure. Never allow your mistakes to be a pressure on you. Pressure will kill you. Pressure will destroy your life. And when men are pressured, they begin to live a rash life. And every rush equals to crash. Refuse pressure. I'm growing. I need somebody to marry. You end up marrying somebody's husband. Don't be pressured. When your season comes, you shall be loved as you are. So deal with pressure, number one. Number two is that you have to also avoid competition. The competition in the young adults in these days are too huge. Everybody wants to become something. Everybody wants to be in the place. Challenge. Avoid competition. I want my church to become big. I want my life to become that. I want this. No. Avoid it. The Bible said those that compete themselves with others are not wise. So avoid useless competitions. Competition in dressing. Avoid it. Put what you can put. Look good. That is all you need. Cover yourself. Don't be naked. And then, I think I spoke about this. Live a life that is accommodative. I can afford. Affordable life. Live affordable life. Today, you can live a very affordable life, not a cheap life. Affordable. And even if it is cheap, you have to close your mouth. Don't go and tell people it's cheap. I'm cheap. You know where to shop. Live that common life. And listen, don't live expensive life. Check how much you receive in a month and then get a building that will not consume. Live a saving life. You yourself save. There is a way you can save. Very easy. How many of us have money that you don't need now, but you have it with you? You have money you don't need now, but it's in your bag. You have money. I don't need it. I have this $20, $50. I don't need it. Let me see your hands. All those who have money that they don't need, that money you have to bring it to me because you don't need it. The best way to manage your life is that if you have money you don't need, don't keep that money in your bag. Hold that money, fold it. When you arrange your bag, push your bag a little bit, but make sure you make it taut, something that will not be easy to pull out. Push it, or in our days, we used to have cast wardrobe. At the back of the wardrobe, take the money, hold it like this, throw it. When you go home, any money you have, you don't need it. Hold it, throw it. Every day, throw it. Let it become your habit of throwing away the money. I don't like it. I don't need it now. I don't need it now. I don't need it now. 1 year. Find a carpenter. Let them remove that thing. Bring the money out. You'll be counting $12,000. You'll be counting $10,000. Yeah, they didn't pay it, so they don't clap too. These people, they didn't pay, so they're not clapping. Save. Have a saving life. Please, don't be in a competition to buy new shoe, then Gucci. Last time, they started burning Guccis. So all your Gucci you bought is now burned. If you put it on, somebody will not like you. Because they are burned. So The expensive life you live, that is not important. It's not needed. Buy things from China. Don't say it loud. China. Buy China. Because at least you have nice things you put on, and they are all good. Live a life that is affordable. Don't be in a place of haste. Amen. Now, I'll leave this one with you, and then we will come back again next week. We want to grow it. Amen. Am I giving you some keys? Are you sure? Are you getting something? Good. Now, I want everybody here, in the next 6 months, I want you to start working. Have a business aside. What is that? What is that? Why? When you started, you didn't pray. The Namibian things have come here. I want everybody here, in the next 6 months, I'm giving you a challenge. You must have your own business, and the business must be running. Everybody. I challenge everybody. And by the 6 months' time, if you don't have a business, you will give the church $600. So either find that $600 and invest it now and start making profit. And you're not going to tell me that you have a business plan. I'm not looking for the plan. The plan has been there for long. Utilize the plan. Amen. These things you have to think about. God gave us a garden to work in a garden, and it's important that we work in a garden and take care of the garden. That is, take off your life. And I said from the beginning that marriage and relationship should be off the table at this moment. What should be on the table is how to make money. Because money is so good. To everybody, money is good. Money can pay you 1 month mortgage or rent, and it will give you 1 month peace of mind. 1 month, your mind will be free. You can put your head down without struggle. Your mind is free. So you have to work and get money and find a residence of peace. That's number one. Number two, don't live a debt life. Debt. A lot of debt. No. Find a way to solve all the debts around you. And when you get money, make sure you settle every bill around you. The third one. Live a life of vision that attracts provision. Life of vision that attracts provision. Live a long-term life, not a short-term life. And as women here, I said it last night, I've been saying it. If you are getting into a marriage or a relationship, know what you are going to offer. Learn what you are going to offer. Don't let a man think you are just married for sex. You are important in the room. You are not important in mind sharing. Can you serve them? My dear, can you serve them? Can you serve them? Yeah, serve them. Let them be eating, because some of them, they are already eating. Like this lady here, in front of me here. She has been chewing her mouth since I came. She's still chewing her mouth. So serve her. Serve her. Just find food. Serve her first, so she can continue. Where are you from? Burundi, of course. It's close to Namibia. They all share the same idea. Meat. Give them meat. Just give her meat. Give Burundi meat. Let her chew meat. Give her meat. Give her meat. They use dye to do their meat. They use their meat to do their diet. Any one of it. Have you eaten? Have you eaten? Of course. You will not be standing here if you have not eaten. I know you. So please, everyone here. Mama, give her food. You let this girl stop this youth if you serve. Give her something that will entice her to stay here. She like food. Give her food. She like food. Give her food. If you see people who like food, don't see. Look here. If you look here, you see them now. Just here should tell you the kind of order you get for them. So please, provision. Watch this. The first one is my roof where I can live. Peace of mind. Number 2, how to present myself. I need to dress good. So you have to always work a way that you can look good when you go out. And then, of course, live a current life by studying, always doing research. Never stop studying. If you stop studying, you start dying. By that, you'll be successful. Amen. You have the keys now. Go work on it. And the Lord will bless you. I have 5 minutes for you. Any question, including questions from Facebook and WhatsApp. Let's take the questions now. Any question in this place? How to start life, how to do this, how to do that. You have any question, you can ask now. The song people are playing, is it gospel or massage song? What is it? Is it massage or gospel? It's gospel. Something to massage my heart. The devil is a liar. You let somebody fall asleep here right here. What is that? Open that song. Let me hear that song. That gospel. Who sang that? Open it. Imagine yourself in Dubai on the highest beautiful hotel. You look and see all the beautiful desert. You come down to the reception and you see a beautiful limo. That song is good. Transfer it to my phone, please. I have to do some prayers with it. I have to do a family prayer. Okay, questions? Yes.
When you were more younger,
can they have the mic is not coming?
It's not right now.
Yeah, say it. I'll repeat it.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Mm-hmm. You have all those questions.
Hallelujah.
When you come to that place, you always have that question. But the questions of the people should not divert your direction. You always have to focus on what to do. So people ask you, what are you going to become? What are you trying to do? You have to get it in your mind, and not always you have to share with people what you want to become. It's always better for them to see what you have become. Next person. Yes. Come again.
So how do we determine good business partners? And how do we assess their values? Like, how do we work with them?
Good. There are 3 ways you assess a good business partner. Number 1, their vision. Number 2, check their long term, whether they are in for a long term or a short term. That will determine whether it's a candidate you work with or you don't work with. And then the best thing you also have to do is check their experience, their past, what they have done before, and where they are now in life. Very, very important. Yes.
I wanted to ask, at what point did you decide to, or what was the determining factor for you in terms of doing ministry full time?
It got to a place in my life, I would say, at the early stage, I found out to know I couldn't go to school, I couldn't study, and all I wanted was God. At that moment, I had no choice. I entered into it full time. Now, my case was different because I was living with my parents. So going into full time will not affect anything. I eat free, I sleep free. So full time, I didn't consider anything. But there is a problem with today's generation who wants to enter into full-time ministry. They have wives and kids. And there's no provision for the wife. There's no provision for the kids. And when you ask them, they say, I'm in a full-time ministry. My situation was different. In my situation, I had a parent, I had my mother, I had my father, who were there for me, who took care of me, took care of what I needed. And so I didn't need anything. And going to full-time wasn't a problem to me. At that time, I decided that I'll go into full-time without expectation. Now, what makes it wrong is to go into full-time having a burden of how to take care of yourself, how to take care of your family. When that burden shows up, the first thing you have to do is that don't go into full-time. Solve that issue before you go into full-time. Because when that question mark rises, how am I going to pay my bill? Then you are automatically setting yourself up for eviction. You are setting up yourself for the failure of your family. So you have to always know that I will go into full-time, and this full-time I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it full-time, not to try. I want to do it. And it became easy for me. Yes.
Is it the same way in going into business? Like, per se, you're doing a 9-to-5 job, right? And you want to go into business full-time. Do you transition slowly into doing your own business, or do you just leave and just try to do your own business right away?
Take your time. Don't rush into it. Build your clienteles. Build your contacts. Before you leave, guess what you have to do? Make sure you have 2 or 3 people that can sustain the rent, the car, and that can put food on your table. You don't think about profit now. By the time you leave that job, you are not going to lean back on anything because you're already established. But when you leave and there is nobody to take off your rent, your mortgage, take care of your life, and know that this money is going to come at the end of the month, don't try. Stay there until you have that opportunity. Yes.
Oh, Dad, we have one question from Periscope. So Rose May 62 asks, Papa, what keeps you so humble even with all that Elohim has blessed you with?
I remember where I'm coming from. And I know I don't deserve what I have. I'm not qualified and I have no profession for it. He showed me mercy. One of the things that will keep me handling this, my hands is not the hands you see. My hands are humility. And that holds what God has placed on me. Any other question? Yes, my daughter.
So just to go back to the topic of talents, if I'm not sure about the talents that I have, because I cannot limit myself to only one, how can I develop other talents? Or how do I know if I have several talents?
Good. Most of the times, our talents are not just only developed. It is discovered. To develop a thing is to start all. But to discover it is to know what you can do. And talent is what you have joy in doing with ease. You are not doing it because you want to show off or you want to pay. It is something inside. So one of the things you have to do is that I want to discover what my talent is. And how do I discover that? There are 3 ways to discover that. The first one is to setting up yourself to search what in your heart you do that you have joy. Something I do, I have joy. That's number 1. Number 2 is people laying a demand on you will also let you know, okay, this can be me. Oh, you know, you do hair very well. Can you do my hair for me? Can you do my nails for me? That is a talent. You don't discover it, but people discover it for you to recover. And the last one is that which you have in you that you do, but has been killed by the ungratefulness of people around you. Some people, you are talented, but just because people are not grateful to you, you don't want to use it. And by so, you don't have the joy of doing what you were once upon a time happy doing. Okay, so to discover those things is a process of healing. And by that, you will surely discover that. Any other person? You have to ask questions. Everybody have to have questions. Any other question? You you have a question on Periscope or on Facebook?
Not right now.
Yes.
Your vision doesn't match your pocket. Like
That means it's from God. When your vision doesn't match your pocket, it means it's from God. And those are the visions that are very dangerous, the devil can't handle. It's a bomb. When your vision match your pocket, that means your vision is in your pocket. Your vision shouldn't match your pocket. It should be in your mind and your spirit. You are explosive, corrosive, and acidic. That's my daughter.
So I have a question. Being someone who has business ideas but doesn't have an occupation, is it worth getting a loan, or is it worth just working for like a whole year and then starting business?
The beautiful thing is that you are not sure of what you are going to sell or what you're going to do. And so the best thing to do, loan will not always be the idea. Work and save your money. Blow it out. It's your own money. You move into it, you blow it out, you waste it, spend it, that is fine. If you waste it, to you, it's a learning lesson process. If you develop any stance, it is now a blessing process. So you have to understand two things: learning process and a blessing process. You don't want to go take loan of what you are not sure you are going to do. Take a loan when you know you have made it first time with your own money. It stood. Now you need a backup to make it big.
Also, is it better to invest your money into stock markets or just create your own business and hopefully it works out?
It's always better when you know what you are doing in the stock market. Because somebody like MD, he was always on the computer. He ate his money. So he just discouraged me. So me, stock market, I don't like it because of MD. MD took MD money. They finished his money. I'll be there and MD will say, Papa, I'm going up. The next morning when I come and say, MD, where are you? You say, Papa, these people, they drop down now. Stock market. If you know what you are doing, and some people, they know what they are doing. They know when to pull out. They know when to stay there. So stock market is good. Every investment is good. And there are a lot of investment schemes in town. But you have to find the correct one. Yes.
So we have another question for Facebook. So William D. Omer Godson asks,
yes. How do you
discover your specific calling in the fivefold ministry and your assignment?
It is the burden and the desire of each gift. The burden and the desire means you have the gift. The gift is calling for perfection, practicing, and developing. So I feel like I want to be a pastor. It is a gift in me. I feel like I want to do evangelism. I feel like the desire, the yearning, the crying out is what made you discover those things. When you discover those things also, the best thing you do is to find a pastor who can train you and groom you to that level. There are a lot of inexperienced people in a pulpit. That is a big issue. So the process of the time, and the calling of God in our life is very different from any other job where you have to go and study and then get ready. But when the zeal of God comes, because God's spirit is already a mature spirit. The spirit of the Lord is a mature spirit. When it comes on you right now, you feel like you can do it, but it's a big mistake. In the spirit, you can do it, but in the physical, you are not good. Just like you see in a car. Oh, this car, I can move the car. I can move the car. You've never moved the car before. When you try it, you crash. So anytime you feel like God is leading you to do something, especially when it comes to ministry, find a man of God, find a papa, find a father who can train you, groom you, so you can walk in perfection.
If I were to elaborate on that, and then we have another question here live, what qualities or characteristics should you look for in a man of God? How can you discern between the inexperienced and the experienced?
Oh, it's very easy. The ones who are experienced are experienced. It's very easy. Their experience, you can see it. The way they talk, the quality of their life, their relationships, and the Spirit of the Lord upon them. When you see a man that carries the Spirit of God, you have no doubt. You look at them and see that this guy, what is on him is different. So that one is easy. You can just see it. But when you are coming about whether to know whether they are fake or they are genuine, that is where the question lies. To detect a fake man of God, you have to be genuine first. There are a lot of fake people telling people they are fake. You cannot be fake and point out fake. You must be genuine. I'm talking about you are genuine, sincere to God. You don't go and hide home and drink and smoke and have girlfriends and have things and pointing a man of God is fake. You are bringing trouble to yourself. Because in his fakeness, he's doing more better thing than you. People, he's preaching the word in his fakeness. So last time, I want to tell you guys this. So this man of God was on there firing this thing. This one is fake. This one is fake. This one is fake. So I just typed something. I believe they may be doing that. I was the one doing. So he's just talking. I said, pointing all the fake things the guy has done. What genuine thing have you done now? Somebody is fake. You are busy bombarding somebody. He's fake, he's fake, he's fake for good 3 hours. What genuine thing have you done? Because if I point to you that you are fake, right now I say you are fake. Just because of my perception. Now to be fake, to the person to be fake, you must have a strong conviction from the Holy Ghost. That's number one. Number two, there must be something, magic, be some tricks. You saw that the guy is doing tricks. I saw it. I saw these tricks right now. It will make you fake. That will be fake. And so, you need to be genuine to point out fake. And that is the work of God. Next person.
We have another question. Being as successful as you are, how do you know who's for you and who's not for you? Because of your fame, money, and success. How do you root them out?
That was one of my challenges. Before some years now, before I got married. You see, when you are in the platform, when you are known even to, I wasn't known like now that I'm known. Like now, in those days, it was just around the people who knows me. One of the biggest challenges you have in your life is to check who is with you for who you are. Who is with you for your anointing? Who is with you for your position? For your influence? And I happen to have the opportunity to test people around me. Marvin, they should do red. Red. Call them, do red. And some things. Add some things. Make sure that you handle it well. Go and speak that language to the people who understand. Good. So, I will be extra careful. So, that's why I didn't rush in my life. I didn't rush to who to marry, who to bring closer to me. And even as at now, it's too dangerous to trust anybody around you. Because to be big, guess what it is? It's very simple. To be big, guess what it is? It is either it is air, a balloon, big. Whoever you bring around you can point it and you fall. The difference between a fake man of God and a genuine man of God is one is filled with air, one is filled with oil. The oil takes time to leak, but the air leaks fast. Amen.
So we have another question online from Rosemay62. Papa, how do you deal with people who you know don't like you?
I don't know. I don't think anyone in Toronto has more enemies than me. The first thing you have to understand is that when people don't like you, it means that you are better than them. That's the first thing. You are better than them. You have more than them. They can't handle you. So when I see somebody don't like me, I just see it's a pattern of jealousy. Their classes to become rich. So I don't bother myself on them. The next thing is that don't let them feel very relevant in your life. The things they say today hurt you. Don't repeat what they say. Don't listen to what they say. Let them say the best they want to say, but let it not even enter into your ears. So I surround myself with people who I tell them that anybody who they don't like me, don't tell me what they said. I don't need to know what they said. It's their own opinion. That's the best way to deal with them. Otherwise, you will keep yourself and they will keep you down and you'll not go to heaven. If I have an enemy, do I know? I think so. Do I want to know who he is? I don't care. Because I keep my enemies far from me. Yes, my dear.
Yes, Papa. This is just for one topic as an author. When you're a good writer, what are the challenges do you expect as a writer?
The challenges of the writer is a lot. Number one, proof reading is one of the challenges. And number two, crowded mind. When you are too crowded with many things going on, your writing is not accurate. Number three, your inability to search and do research is one of the challenges. So, in the process of, as an author, in the process of writing, you have to find a researcher and a person who does dictionary proof reading, searchings of the name. Then you have to also come to a place to look at the people you are reaching. If you are going to reach the US, it's different. The English of the US is different. The English in Britain is different. You have to know the in US people, their English, some of them, they are lazy. They don't finish the whole words and sentence. The same in Canada. Canada speak good English, but you have to know the kind of people you are reaching. So you have to go for universal language that everybody understands, that becomes a common reading. You don't bring big English in the book. If you give somebody who is average book to read, he goes into the book and see metaphors and big English like that, he will just close the book. That's the end. He will not read your book again. But when he gets into your book and he reads that, you are transformed. And that, he gets excited. So, the next thing that becomes the challenger of the author is, number one, your books. The first start of your books, it may take you 10 years before people begin to know your book. This lady writes good stories. It will take you 10 years. But the good thing is that when you find a publisher, they can make it big. Some of the publishers, they are in dreamland publishers and stuff. They will make your book big. But you have to know that they are going to divide your money into two.
Yeah, that's another question. So is it better to do the publishing yourself or to find a publisher? You just answered that.
Yeah.
So, but that is costing you money out of your pocket.
That is good.
So what are the risks that you have to expect?
You have no risk working with a publisher because the publisher will make sure that you have money back in your pocket. And the money that comes to you is a long term. You're going to eat for a long time because they will be putting it in other shops. And providing that the person who does the books for you, the covers are good, attractive, topics are catching. The images of the books are amazing. The forwarding is awesome. So always attach forward. When it is Christian books, attach the forwarding to well-known people. Because people know that this person forwarded the book, they want the book. Even though they don't know you, they want the book. You're welcome. Now they are talking.
Thank you. Back to the business side of it. Being young and wanting to start a business, because I know what I want to do. I have a bit of knowledge about it, but I don't know if I should start it now or should I wait till I'm older.
Whatever you want to do, you are not too young to start. It's better to get rich young. It is called early satisfaction. You have to happy yourself at early stage. Prove yourself that you are capable, that you are not vegetable.
And also, For one of the business that I want to do, I don't know if I should have a business partner because I want it to be creative, and I feel like I need someone else to help me with it too. But I don't know if that's a good idea.
Always never live a life that I want somebody to help me. I want to marry before I become. I want to do this before. I need somebody to help. Never live that life. Live a life of lone ranger. When you're a lone ranger and people come and help you and they leave, you can still stand. If anybody leave me, I'll stand. I'm telling you. I'll stand with ease. When I do my itinerary, I plan for myself first before I think about who is going to go with me. And who is going to go with me is option. It's not a mandate. I don't really care.
Papa, this is just a personal question. If you had one subject to preach on, what would that be in ministry?
Get saved. Jesus is coming.
My question is, how do you maintain your vision, the spiritual and the physical?
Vision are maintainable when you are a runner. You must always run with your vision. Never leave your vision for somebody to have it. Run with it. And the best way to run your vision is always put the vision on the wall and be looking at it and picture yourself in the vision. When your vision doesn't become a picture, it can become a future. Don't let your vision become a writing. Turn your writings into pictures so that you can picture the future and always move in that vision with expectation, and it will bring manifestations.
Papa, what are some of the risks that you took to get where you are today?
I don't know if I took a risk because I died before I got here. I died before I got here. And I'm still dead. You're looking at a dead man. What is speaking through me is Christ. Nothing was a risk to me because the biggest risk of a man's life is to die. And if you are able to die, the rest of the work, God does it. You don't respond to people, you don't respond to things, you don't respond to critics, you don't respond to your enemies. Just die. God loved dead bodies. And that is why when Moses went to tell him that I want to see your face, he said, no, you are not sure to see me. Because I don't show myself to people who are alive. I show myself to people who are dead. When Elijah went there, he said, God, I want to see your face. Jezebel is chasing me. I want to die. He said, no, you don't want to see my face now unless you are dead. 1,500 years later, in the book of Matthew chapter 17, the Bible said, and when Jesus went on the mountain, and as he went on the mountain and was praying, the clouds came, there was light, and darkness came upon them. That word darkness means the attitude or the atmosphere of death came down. Then the dead people who were dead, Moses and Elijah appeared, started talking to Christ. What he was trying to tell us is that they wanted to see him, but you can't see me if you are living in this body. You have to die. When they died, now they had opportunity to see him. So if you want to fulfill your ministry, die. Die. Die to, I can't do it. Die to, I'm too young. Die to, I don't have what it takes. Me, ask. If you ask my wife, when I want to do anything, except God can stop me. Me, when I want to do it. And I have that mindset before I got married. And since I didn't walk around my father's environment, my father never stopped me on anything. So I don't have the spirit of break, stop, wait. I don't have it. Before I will say I've done this or I'm doing this, I'm already done. It's okay. So, next question. Yes.
Okay. So, Melissa ____19 on Periscope says, if my mom and I have a lot of arguments, but I'm trying to forgive, am I walking in rebellion?
One of the things that never ever have a problem with your parents. Live peaceful with them. It's not a matter of being rebellion to them, but it's a matter of being a child of God. So if a question comes in your mind, anytime you have a question in your mind, have I sinned? What I did, have I sinned? Me, when I dress and I'm going out, you know, you people have these trousers that they tear here. When they manufacture, you didn't finish it. You see the unfinished trousers you people wear? I have one, and anytime I put any dress on and I go and ask if this dress is okay, I know it's not okay. The moment I have that question mark, is it okay? I know it's not okay. The fact that you have a question, did I sin? Did I answer her wrong? It's just wrong. So the fact that you are asking, did I become rebellious to my mom, is a sign that there is a rebellious thing moving in. So just go apologize. Let her be in a place that you can tell, Mama, stop. She'll stop. And it doesn't matter how difficult your mother is. What are the three things that you might see when God is pleased with a person's life? Your enemies are at peace with you. 2, the person never loses focus. 3, the person commands his presence. You see that God is pleased with a person. I've been called into a woman's ministry. What do I do to start it now or when I'm older? I would love to know how old you are now, Malaysia.
We have one on Facebook.
Okay, go ahead.
William D. Omer Godson asks, how do we recognize the right person to marry for those who are called for ministry? Is God 100% involved in our choice, or it is on our own choice?
Marriage has been your own choice. God has stopped involving long time. That's what the Bible says, he that findeth. God don't find for us again. The day Adam told God, the woman you gave to me, because I'm not going to do that business again. So marriage is a critical thing. That's why I always advise you guys. Marriage is the last on the table. Marriage is the last. It was last on my table. Marriage was last on my table. Me, what got me married, eh? Ask the woman of God. She's watching. What got me married? I was in my dream and I was warned to marry. They warned me. I wasn't ready. Me. So me, I called her. I said, listen, I'm going to marry you. If you want it, think about it. You have this weeks, 2 weeks. I don't know if I gave it 10 days or 2 weeks or 2 weeks to think about it. Think about it. We marry now. Or forget. It's not like these days that you people are planning. I have 5 months to plan. 1 year, 2 years. In my own, wasn't like that. They came and they warned me to go and marry. And before they did that to me, I have 3 levels of experience. I have when a voice I hear when I'm in a pulpit. And I have this grace I have when I'm all by myself. And I have another confirmation of dreams or physical encounter like what everybody is sitting here saying. I can see things like physical. And all these levels in a church is for the people. In a dream, it concerns me. And out-of-body experience like Satan, it also concerns me. And the dream ones are serious because me, I don't dream. I don't dream. Anytime I'm sitting, I'm seeing. Even now, I'm seeing. If you like, we can turn this as a prophetic service right now. And I'll catch most of you right now. Because I'm seeing I can catch most of you. I'll catch you right now. If you like, let's lift our hands and I'll catch everybody. Everybody who have done anything, I'll catch you. Pa, 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 pa. No, I don't want to scare you. It's okay. So you don't decide not to come to the next service. It's fine. So it is one of the grace. Now, I will always say this. Marriage is good. It's great when you find a friend, when you find somebody who believes in what you do. I was reading something today about John Wesley. John Wesley went to marry, and that was the end of his ministry. Catherine Coleman went to marry, and that was the end of her ministry. Catherine Coleman was one of the greatest healers in those days. Married a wrong man. The man didn't want her to go into the pulpit to preach. What will you do if you are coming to youth? Right now, the guy will be texting you, what are you doing? Come home. What will you do when you have a zeal to fast for 3 days and he will not allow you? So I put on my status, I said, be careful you don't marry an officer. If you marry an officer, you are in a deep problem. Because your prison, most people don't see the ring as a covenant ring. They see it as handcuff. We have handcuffed together. Oh, I'm going to a meeting. I'm coming with you. I'm going here. No, wait for me. We are all going together. So you have to really know who you are going to marry to. And it's important. These are for marriage people. But I think you all should understand. John Wesley's wife was so critical to a point that when John Wesley goes out, like I travel and I come, John Wesley's wife will ask him, who did you speak to at the airport? Who did you meet? The place you went, where did you go? Which hotel did you stay? Get the information of the hotel and call the hotel. What time my husband came out? What time did he came back? To a point that at the end, John Wesley's wife accused John Wesley of sleeping with John Wesley's brother's wife. And that ended John Wesley. Great mighty man of God. What killed him is his marriage. So marriage should be low, down there. Down there. And when you are married, don't make it too big. Marry simple. Marry simple so that in case it's not God who joined together, it will part simple.
We have another question on Facebook.
Yeah.
So Lornette
my wife don't like me talking about marriage, because she know me, my opinion about marriage and the divorce and stuff. I have some scriptures. Keep on, my daughter.
Lornette Day, you mentioned a few days ago to buy a building before it's built and to sell it after it's done. Where do you find those buildings, and who do you contact to find them in my city, Edmonton?
It's very simple. Go on Google, look for Remax or Hemax or Daymax. They are all there. Look for the new buildings in town. And what you have to do also is that look for an advisor. You are a real estate agent yourself, so a person like that can contact you, help the person to find a building. Like you're real estate. You come and stand here and sing, but you are real estate. You have the profession. You can sell and buy. So you have to start making contact. Help these young ones to find buildings. Some of them are living with their mothers whose their time is up to live on their own. They should start building equity now. They should build life. Build life. Get credit card. Don't get higher. Get 500. Start with credit card. Use the credit card to buy something. But make sure you pay. You use it, you pay. You use it, you pay. By the time 3 years come, you have a credit to buy a house. Most of you don't have to go and look for credit card and start doing that life. Yes.
So part 2 to the question. I recently started a business that's not complete yet, but I need someone to mentor me. Do you do mentors or do you have a program to mentor members?
Yeah, one of the things that my Timothy generation thing is one of my mentorship thing. This one is part of the mentorship. I want to specifically believe God to give me extra time that I can do a mentorship class, like once in every 3 months. So I'll do a mentorship class. I'm praying and believing God for that, so I can do that thing for them. What causes someone not to marry at the age of 60? At the age of 60, Rose. Rose, at the age of 60 there, you should start planning. Just trust God, number 1. Number 2, don't let it be an expectation to be a disappointment. Let's define the purpose of marriage. The sole purpose of marriage is to have companion, relationship, to be productive, to leave your legacy or leave your name on earth, to have a helpmate. If you got into that age, 60, and you already have helped yourself, who is going to help you again? I mean, some of the times it's good that you still believe God for it. And I've seen people who are at the age of 60. who are married. There are some men who are around that age looking for a wife. So you'll get it. But one of the things also you have to look at is your background. We shouldn't forget the spiritual side of this. Your background. You're having dreams, sleeping with people in a dream, or you have a relationship that has entangled and held you down so that you'll not get married. That's one of the questions.
At Unknown Servant asks, is Minister Robin married yet?
I saw him yesterday, and we finished the service yesterday. He served me up till 3 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock thereabout. And he left. Between that time and now, probably he's married, I don't know. Because when I knew yesterday till this morning, he wasn't married. But I don't know what happened between these few hours. Because people are very powerful. They can do things and then come and tell me later to bless it. So I can't answer. It's a third-party question and a third-party answer. And by law, I reserve my right not to answer straightly.
Papa, so spiritually, did you feel an elevation once you got married, like in your ministry and like your purpose and things like your business? Like, did you feel an elevation once you got married?
I felt elevation in my spirit. But all the beautiful girls left the church. Everyone that had me on target left. They were just discouraged. They were disappointed. We are sitting and somebody came all the way from Canada, came to marry you. And some of them also didn't have that feeling like they want to marry me. But the sense of losing me and I will not be there for them. In their mind, he may not have time for me. They also left. So it's not only people who wanted me, and they left for a good cause because they were not there for God. So I would say it's elevation because they were all there to try their luck if I will marry them. And so they were doing please eye services to please me. So that is a good thing. But you see, one of the things is that it doesn't shake me when people leave church. You have your own plans of leaving church. Before you came, I was small. When you leave, it doesn't change my calling and my gift. So my marriage was a blessing to me, but to others, it was a challenge to them. And some of them also felt like you have married a woman who will not let you come and talk to them or will not allow you to be on the phone. No, she was a different thing altogether. I don't even know if any time in our life, Mama have just decided to talk about somebody, or you see this. My wife is she's a different species altogether. I don't know which part of the world she's coming from. She doesn't have time. And she's a type I want. No pressure. I told you yesterday, women who like bordering. So, I mean, it's a good thing for me. It's normal. You understand? We are sharing secret, too. Me and you, we are sharing secret here. So you have to let the secret remain. We have secret time now. Any other question?
Yes. At Vessel of the King asks, Dad, how do you know when you've reached the place where God can trust you?
He tells you things about people. Ooh, I love that question, and I love this. He tells you things about people. Hey, Kofi, I trust you with the life of this girl. I trust you with the life of this man. I want you to know I have a plan for them. He trusts you. God trusts you with secrets. He trusted Abraham with secret. Psalm 25, verse 14. Praise the name of the Lord. We are having a good time. This thing should have been 1 week, every day. Every day. Every day. Any other question? And please, live a life of prepared to answer every question. You see, the questions they are asking me, I don't think about it. It comes straight. Ask God to give you a mind answering questions. Yes, dear.
You know, as a woman, we all have standards. And sometimes we are sometimes desperate. When a guy come into your life or a man comes into your
Take me there. I'm very interested.
So you have your own standards that you have set for yourself. That this is what you're going to do and this is how you're going to be. Because this is who you are. You're not going to change for that person. You're not going to... Is it bad to hold standards for yourself?
Okay, you hold standard for yourself, but not a standard of who you want.
I mean, to stay true to who you are.
To who you are, that's fine. Yes. Now, the guy saw you, likes you, who you are. He's now bringing his laws to you to change who you are. That is not a good thing. It will only be good when you have who you are and he comes into your life. You are not going to shop any longer. Please stop shopping. Stop changing your hair every 3 days. Stop doing your nails every 24 hours. You're not going to do that. You have to be accountable for yourself. That is a good change. You can't stay on that standard because that standard is wasting your life. But he comes and says, you are not going to pray. You're going to read your Bible. I want you to become a Muslim. That standard is a bad standard. But a standard of making you accountable to yourself is a good standard. Now, as a single mother, a guy comes into your life and he says, you are spoiling your child. The way you are talking to you are spoiling. The child cannot talk to you like that. No, leave him alone. Leave her alone for me. That is a standard you must look from a different perspective. That if that person talking to you was to talk to the man, will you call it disrespect? Will you tell the child that you are disrespecting him? Therefore, if you will say that he is disrespecting the guy, why wouldn't you allow the guy to correct the person for you? And that's the problem with a lot of single mothers in the name of I love my child. And they become overprotective, and those child begin to end your marriage. Your child went to the washroom, didn't flush it, and the child can hear, have hands, have feet, can walk, knows what is called flush the toilet. And the child, he said, go flush it. The child said, mm-mm. And the guy said, come on, go, flush it. Say, don't talk to my child like that. It's a bad thing. The child needs a father. He needs correction. Allow him to train the child. You can't train him. A mother has a different heart. You have to bring somebody that can correct them. You cannot eat and put your things there without washing it. She is 7 years, 5 years. She is at the age that she can wash. Why do you allow the child to eat and leave the plate and go and sleep? And when you say, why are you allowing the child to eat like that? You say, no, she's my child. I don't want you to do it. No. That standard is not a good standard. You must allow the guy to come in your life and train the child. Because if the guy doesn't train the child will end the marriage. So that is a standard that I will tell you is a good standard for somebody to come and train your child and learn how to do it. As an example, you are talking to the person. And when you are talking to the person, and the child, oh, yeah, that one, I know what you are talking about. Shut up! Why do you tell my child to shut up? It is adult speaking. You are too young. Even if you are not young, you are not invited. Keep quiet. Get into your room. Put the light off. Sleep now. It must happen. You shouldn't intervene. And never correct a person correcting your child in presence of your child. You spoil your child forever. But then, having that standard of a man you want to marry, I want a thick-tall guy, a broad shoulder, somebody who has straight teeth, brown eyes. Somebody who have nice mustache, sideburns, are all accurate. Learn how to, bring the qualifications. Like what? Tall. Has dimples. Sasha, who are you describing here? I'm your father. Oh. I'm your father. Oh. Yo. So you have all these qualifications for a guy you want to marry. It's not bad to have a qualification for a guy you want to marry. But when you check the time, how the time is going, bring your expectations down. For time's sake, bring the expectations down. Because if you don't bring expectations down at this present time, by the time that person will come, it will be late. So bring your expectations down and pray to God to give you the perfect person. You know, let me not say perfect. Complete person. No man is perfect. Complete person. Person who will know he is complete when you don't have money. He will stand with you. He will fight with you. He will do everything for you. That's what you need.
At Vessel of the King asks, what is the most precious encounter you've experienced when you enter the spiritual realm?
Hi. That one, if I start discussing it here, it will be too long ago. I want to give my young adults a sense of living. I don't want to spiritualize anything here. They have too much of spirit on Tuesday, on Sunday, on today. I want to be casual. Don't take me there.
So at Meg Boro asks, how will I know that these businesses or marriage is the perfect will of God for me?
The business that you start wouldn't necessarily have to become one of the best businesses that fetch you money. You have obstacles in businesses, a delaying period and delaying processes. Money will not just come. Have a long vision that if it doesn't work, you have a supporting ability to support what is going on. And you have some challenges also, but yes, still, you have to press on knowing what you want to do. You press on and believe that it will become better. But you have a business for 6 months to a year, and the business is not fetching. Change it. Don't get stuck with one business that is not fetching anything for you. Otherwise, you become the business. You use what you have to service the business, and the business is looking at laughing at you. When it comes to marriage also, for you to know that this is a perfect match for you. You see, marriage is very, very sensitive thing. We always look at the outside appearance, but we don't think about many things. See, can you handle the anger of the person? Can you handle the argument of the person? Put all these things in factor. And what kind of person are you going to live with? Is he a type who will beat you, touch you? Does he have a respect for a woman? Does he have a respect for a man? And then one of the things you have to also think about is that the cross culture is one of the other challenges we know. Where I'm coming from is just recently men cook and they wash. Where I'm coming from, when your family member or a friend come and see that your wife things are on the floor and you are washing it. Hey, what Jimmy say? Are you a fool like that? The woman has do you juju. You are simply under a spell for washing the woman you love's cloth. Especially when they see things inside the washing. Oh, your life will be miserable. You have to move that from that area. Disconnect from anybody around you. Because they believe that the person has done you juju. And so the cross culture is very important. There are some of the families, when you are greeting their parents, you have to bow down. Mama, God bless you, sir. God bless you. This modern lactogen babies, a lot of people didn't drink their mother's breast milk. They ate cow milk. So they always moo. When you tell them that when you go to my mother's house, please, when you are greeting mama, just shake her hand and say, Mama, I'm greeting you, mama. You don't go there and just call her name. Margaret, how are you? Like what do you guys don't know how to say Mr. Martin. Hey Martin, how are you doing? I've seen this several times when people are very old, but you see guys calling them, hey Martin, how are you doing? What's up? Everything. Go and stand in front of my father and say, Martin. My father, hey. My father. You go and stand there and say, Kofi, how are you? You are finished. So for me to bring you into my house, even to make eye contact is a problem. Here is the opposite. You can't look at my father and look at him and he's talking to you and you're looking at him like that. What do you mean? Your head have to be like this. Yes, da. Yes, da. Yes, da. So the culture, plays a role. So you love the guy, but you have to also watch the culture of the guy, because that culture will end the marriage. Because when the mother starts fighting you, you are in a big problem. When the father starts fighting you, you are in a, so make sure you please the in-law, the outlaw, and all the laws. I heard something. They said, when you marry, the mother is in-law. The father is, the in-law, my in-law, the father is in-law. Who is the lady that you are married to? The lady is the law. All of them are in-laws, outlaw, in-law, but the lady is the law. So you have to make sure that you handle the law. You know the law you are marrying to. Because if you don't know the law, you are in a big problem.
Okay, we have another question. Is it okay for a married woman to use birth control?
I'll answer that question. What age do you think a woman should get married? Any age. Any age from 25, 26, 30 going, 35, 40, any age. Don't pressure yourself. Let it come. To use birth control, it is a plan. Birth plans, it's a plan. For me, there are many things I believe in and there are many things I don't believe in. You have to check your finance. Can you handle the kids? You're not going to bring suffering kids. You have to bring kids you can manage. So you produce all these kids. Can you take care of them? So management is one of the things. For you to have kids, you have to have planning life before you have birth planning. So if you can take care of them, do as much as you want. Bring as much as you want. There's no limit. But if you cannot, control the birth. And there are many ways to control it. Know your cycle. All these things you have to know as a lady. Your cycle. Don't be too much into medicine and those things. Live a life that fathers used to live, mothers used to live when they didn't want to give birth. So learn how to use your cycle. Your cycle is one of the biggest things in your life that you can use to. God gave you a cycle for that purpose. So manage your cycle. When you manage your cycle well, you are fine. Birth control, I don't know about it. Go, then they tie your womb and they cut your womb. And then when you want to give birth, you have to go back again. Then they have to put something and release your womb. Pills. Pills, then it makes your blood light. And all kind of things. We said now, you have to understand that at a certain age, the things you do now at a certain age will affect you. So you have to always know your cycle, work with your cycle. Yeah. I think we should be done in just 3 minutes. I just got released by my spiritual parent. Can my husband be my spiritual mentor? Your husband has only one place to play. He is the head of the house. Unless he's a pastor, he cannot cover you. Covering must be parent. Unless he's a pastor. And the pastors, we have different levels. There are pastors that prayer warriors are more powerful than them. What is the most important thing you would want us to remember as we move forward in our lives? Never forget yourself that each day of your life brings you closer to eternity. Prepare yourself for heaven. It makes life easy. It makes you prepare always. You are expecting your king. Amen. Are we good? Rise up, let's pray. Praise the name of the Lord. Is anybody blessed here? I want to anoint all of you. So you are going to come forward here. And let me place oil upon your life, that what I've spoken upon you shall be great and will have influence over your life. Hallelujah. Come closer, come closer, come closer. Can I get oil? Come closer to me. Now this is what I told you. How many months am I giving to you? 6 months. So in 6 months, one of the things you have to do, start from this season, I'm going to establish my business. What I'm putting on you, I'm putting spirit upon you. So that you can go and do the things that are difficult for others, you do it easy. Next week, we'll come back here again and pray and seek the face of the Lord. And I believe that there will be a greater manifestations for our lives. Amen. Good. Lift your voice and pray. When you come, I anoint you. Keep on praying. I release the spirit of greatness upon you. Come. Next person, come. I release the spirit of greatness upon you. Next person, come. I release the spirit of greatness. All of you come forward. Come forward. I release the spirit of greatness upon you. I release the spirit of greatness upon your life. The spirit of greatness upon your life. 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 The spirit of greatness upon your life. The spirit of greatness upon your life. Can you take us from live stream? I'm going to give them personal directions. Spirit of greatness upon your life. 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 Spirit of greatness upon your life.